Alright guys, hey, it's Mr. G and Mr. Wells. So still we're on Unit 12, Day 2. Still working on radicals. So for the problems that we have for today, it's not cut and dry. We're not giving you the radicals right up front and you having to break them down. It's more or less solving an equation is really what it's like. Still going to work with the rules, and I'm going to list my first 5 or 6 perfect squares. So just off to the side here, we'll do what we did yesterday. So, radical 1 is 1. I know the square root of 4, that's my next perfect square, is 2. And we'll keep on going. 9. And how I'm getting these numbers, guys, is I'm just counting and I'm just squaring each number. So what would be 4 squared? Well, that'd be 16. What would be 5 squared? That would be 25. All right, and then the next number would be 6, and I'm going to square that and get 36. And that's how I'm getting these numbers here. All right, so if you're wondering, hey, Mr. Wells, how are you getting these numbers? I'm still stuck on it. I'm just taking these numbers and squaring it. So let's go back to practice problem number 1. And like I said, it is an equation, so I'm going to draw my river. And I want to get this x by itself. Same deal as before. So the first thing I want to do is get rid of whatever's with my x squared, and that's my negative 40, so I'm going to take the opposite of that and add 40 to both sides. These cancel out. I'm left with x squared equals 40. Alright. Now remember, the opposite of squaring something is to square root it, and the square root symbol looks like this. It kind of looks like a division symbol in a way, but it's kind of that squiggly over there. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Now remember, these are a little bit different than yesterday because there are actually 2 different answers for when it comes to square roots, because you can have both positive and negative. So start right off with plus or minus. That would be the first thing I would do, and then let's just break down this radical 40. So I go over to that list. This isn't just decoration. But we've, I think, done radical 40 before, so I'll do it real quick. 4 can go into 40, so I'm going to use that perfect square. So I'm going to do radical 4, and I know that 4 times 10 is 40. And then, so now I'm going to do x equals, don't forget your plus, minus, break down radical 4 into 2, and then leave that as radical 10.
Yeah, guys, so number 8 here. I'm going to subtract 10 on both sides, leaving me x squared equals 24. Move this up a little bit. X squared equals 24. Looking at my list over here, that's kind of being covered up by our faces. We'll move this down here. There we go. Using our list over here, 1 always works, 4 works here. Does 9 work? No. 16 does not work? No. So, yeah, we're going to use 4 again. So we're going to take the square root of both sides. Gives us x equals plus or minus the square root of 4, square root of 6, which means x equals plus or minus 2 radical 6. Because if we take 2 negatives and times them, we get a positive. Same thing, 2 positives also make a positive, and that's why we always use plus and minus.